31st alert forecast. I'll tell you, got some changes on the way, right? Keeps me employed, right? Valley View Cam, blue sky, some clouds, but it's all from a system to the north. What we are getting out of it is cooler temperatures. Not going to see the rainfall from it. Not here, not likely. And that's too bad, trust me. I'd love to see some at least over the mountains. But most of the airport's checking with those beautiful 80s, but also some pretty good breezes, some almost on the edge of just a nuisance wind. I understand that, you know, when you get that along the valley. But so far, the gusts have really been out towards Boulder City. We've seen some, 24-mile-an-hour gusts to Henderson, but that's the biggest one we've seen really in the valley itself, if you will. But wind tracker tomorrow, I think this is a little low. This is a computer model kind of generated wind tracker, so I think we'll be closer to maybe 10 miles per hour. Still breezy at worst for tomorrow, and probably breezier yet for Tuesday, and that's because of this system to the north, which is doing a pretty good job staying to the north, but we're getting the influence of it. And it doesn't move out so quickly, so my feeling is it will keep generating those winds for us. And that's what we have to do in the forecast center, is kind of take a synthesis of some of the computer models and use that educated guess, really with the end on education, right? And so we know that we have to just keep an eye on this one. It doesn't look like it'll sink farther south. If anything, it looks like it'll get scooted out of the area, but it'll take a couple days to do so, so we'll get the influence from it until the next one shows up and behind it, and that's what help pushes us out, but that will also, as we warm up, effectively cool us back down again. So we have a little bit of a roller coaster this week, but we still keep out the rain for the most part. We just add in those breezes. And we'll keep the allergy forecast, this is some of the good news from it, on the low side. That's nice to see because we haven't seen that in several weeks, so that's not bad. That's certainly not on the high side, probably right in the middle somewhere there, but not bad at all. So for the valley for tomorrow, anticipate more of the same temperatures, but they're going to warm up pretty quickly here too. We're going to see this week seeing those 90s return. Not 105, no record-setting numbers there, I'm happy to say, but Aliante 85, North Las Vegas 86, and just mostly middle to maybe even a few lone upper 80s popping into the picture. But here's the next 7 days. We always give you the 3 days of the weekend first, even if it is a weekend day. We don't mind. We want you to be able to plan. But those 90s are making a comeback. Actually, they come back during the middle of the week before the influence of that next system drops the temperatures back down. We might actually put in some more wind again. I'm going to hold off one more day on that to see how strong it will be, but it might usher in some stronger wind for the middle to the end of the week before we see those 90s return. Overnight lows generally stay right there in the 60s. Back to you, Tricia.